If you can't, then what is the discussion we will be having? Again, let me make this very clear to everyone. You may not believe the government, you may not believe science, but that's all you're going to be able to do. Because until you understand anything, I don't care what subject it is, I don't care if it's football, basketball, fucking archery, cards, twiddling your fucking thumbs, unless you understand it completely, you cannot start reworking shit. That doesn't make sense. Doesn't make any sense at all to me. So again, Rico for Life, you've asked questions, but I asked you for your understanding of what you've learned of gravity.
Sean thinks he's being profound. It's fucking insane. I should have been streaming the first 20 minutes of this shit.
So I know that you're not just playing the revolving game right now. Because, again, I was a truther. I was a flat earth truther trying to figure shit out. And the one thing I know I never did is ask someone a fucking question because I didn't know and then respond to them by saying you're wrong, and that's it. It doesn't make any sense to me. And that was the big reason for the big hiatus. Again, I like to think on things. I love to do that. Why? Because it gives me an understanding of where I'm coming from, where a lot of people are coming from, and even better yet, I don't just sit here just mumbling, because I know what I want to say, and that feels good, rather than the mumble, blah, blah, blah.
He was mumbling the whole fucking time, like the dude has a speech impediment.
Blah, blah. So I want to make this very clear on the gravity aspect of it. Don't ask me again. And that goes for pretty much anyone that's asked that question before, because I pretty much have seen everyone ask the question, so I know who does and who doesn't, who's new and who's not. It's pointless. My platform after today, because you guys can ask as many questions as you want over and over again today, because again, this is the last day. I'm not entertaining it. I got too much I want to understand and learn, and to do so, I have to push away the revolving questions. That's all there is to it. Now, does that mean suddenly flat earthers are now some asshole fucking thing I could disrespect? No. No, still people. Now, if they want to play their games, let them play their games. But I have no reason to get on my live stream and just start yelling and calling people fucking names and yada yada yada. I mean, you're only saying it to 2 or 3 people, but yeah, Sean.
Hey, party people.
People, you're just as bad, because again, people tried to reach out and let you know, hey man, that way don't work. Tried to jump under fucking fight the flat.
So he says he's not gonna entertain flat Earth anymore on his channel where he's talked about flat Earth for fucking years. So I'm sure that will go over real great with his subscribers.
Earth's nuts. Didn't work for you there, and then you were like, I'm out of here. Calm the fuck down. That goes to everyone. I don't understand the whole disrespect.
He was trying to be profound, being like, guys, we talk about the same things every day.
Because again, I carry myself here.
I'm gonna stop entertaining people that aren't willing to listen, and I'm gonna learn about things I want to learn about. That's basically what he's saying, but he mumbles a lot due to his speech impediment.
You're like, I carry myself in front of your face. That's all there is to it. I would think everyone should do that shit. Doesn't make sense to me.
Shanji, yeah. Every time he comes in the chat, he says, "What's up, party people?" Never seen him at a party my entire life. Says he's a MMA fighter, yet he cries when he stops believing the Earth is flat.
Okay, so my friend Bill Life is back, and he says, "You ever think you have it all figured out is a problem?" Well, here's the best part about that. I don't have everything figured out. I'm trying. My goal is to. Probably won't, but
That's the best part, by the way. The best part is I don't have everything. What? Dude, he just says shit. He doesn't think about what he's saying, dude.
at least I have a goal. At least my goal
At least I have a goal.
does not involve trying to figure things out by denying them.
In Bruce Lee's book, it says goals are delusions. Becoming is denial of being.
Now, for Crow for Life, I'm going to ask you this last question. And this will go for you too, Manny. What's the source of gravity? I'd like an honest answer from you. I'd like an answer that would
I'd like an
sound like someone who's actually an honest truther. How about that? Can any flat earther in this chat tell me what the source
It's mass, you dumbass.
of their gravity is? That'd be awesome to me, because it may not be gravity. I think I saw you said something there, Recall Life, about density and buoyancy. Explain to me. Matter of fact, let's play this game. We're gonna play does Recall Life actually know what he's talking about, or is he just saying what he's heard? Recall, I hope I'm not. First of all, I'm not just completely destroying your name, but anyway, let's find out.
I hope I'm not the first one that's just
What is
completely
the vector
destroying you.
for buoyancy? Trail Life, please. I would appreciate it if you answer that question, and I will wait for that answer.
And then tomorrow I will say, do not entertain such people.
Or it could come from any flat earther, but I would love an answer for what vector is buoyancy. Go.
What vector is buoyancy?
Okay. Good. Hey, thank you. I appreciate your honesty. Okay. Now I would like to ask, speed, acceleration. Which one is not felt? Manny, that is a 100% way of showing you don't know, and you're avoiding the conversation. Just so you know. No one, no name, no one's on a panel. I'm talking to people in the chat. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Rico. So, perfect. You understand that you don't feel speed, you feel the acceleration or deceleration. Perfect, okay? Last question. What vector does density have?
Holy fuck.
And I'm now 50.
Snack's like hitting on the 6
It's like an archetype, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think is that Constance Burns?
Try to use that, like.
Oh yeah, they have lots of those. Look at all those superheroes and mutants that they keep pushing now. Everyone's special for some reason. You must have a superpower. Try to figure out which one's yours. Superman.
Yep.
Because we're supposed to believe that we aren't innate. We weren't naturally meant or already given special abilities or just amazing abilities, right? We're supposed to believe that somehow we're inferior, but that every now and then someone gets gifted. No, everybody's gifted.
Like in yeah, it's always like this X versus Y sort of meme that we see out there.
Yeah.
Where it's, you know, Superman versus Lex Luthor or
Right.
But that sort of piggybacks on the overall X versus Y, which becomes about the Vatican bumper sticker God versus the devil, which really isn't what the Bible necessarily is all about.
Mhm.
Um, I just ran across something that it sort of resonated with some things that
Ugh,
Jibby has been I guess talking about, like
resonated.
quantum eraser, and an argument basically saying that it's like I don't know, it's some sort of Latin magic spell. You can say it and then it makes you right. There's all those things.
Mhm.
I wonder where they're going. Um, sorry.
Mhm.
Let's see, got a little noise here.
I got the link to this.
But basically, like in the Bible, and especially the stuff that's like extra canonical, right?
Mhm.
Probably the wrong word to say it. Apocryphal.
So, God, he just jumps. So he was just talking about Latin phrase, magic spell, and then now he's back to the Bible.
Whatever. There's reference to many other gods, right?
Mhm.
And so I don't know. This website is basically like opening this up, and I'm like trying to check it out. I just posted it last night because I was like, I don't know, for some reason I was thinking about Gnosticism. You know.
Mhm.
I was just thinking about Gnosticism.
Oh yeah, because I was just making a pun about sticks and Gnostics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe Eratosthenes was a Gnostic.
No sticks.
Yeah, he put
You got no
sticks down.
sticks.
2 sticks. What is it with 2 sticks? There's so many different like,
Holy
and you can look
shit.
at like Iran, Persia, Egypt, Greece, England, Celtic, everywhere. There's some picture of 2 dude or 2 somebody holding 2 snakes, 2 sticks, 2 whatever. Why?
Yeah.
What is the thing with that? I don't know. I don't get that.
I don't get
It's
it.
just it's like an early meme. I'm trying to. There's no Wikipedia for it. You know, like what does this mean? What is the meaning of this? But you see
If
that
it is pre-wiki, it is prehistoric.
There's no Wikipedia for it. Like. I don't know how to spell it. Caduceus. Oh, looks like there's a Wikipedia for it. Excellent research, Snack to the teacher. Glad I listened to your fucking insightful commentary. Jesus Christ. What fucking nonsense. Snack is cool. Snack's a fucking retard, dude. Constance seems nice. Snack's like a Nazi.
Yeah, I'll panel's ready. I'll let you on in a second, Manny. But I'm talking, having an adult conversation at the moment.
Adult conversation at the moment.
Hang on, I'm waiting to find out what the vector of density is from Raquel Life. And Toady, you're not a flat earther, so hang on. And for anyone who doesn't know, the wrenches will start going back out. Just not yet. Raquel said, I said I don't know about the vectors.
Dude, you have to give your fucking chat wrenches, or else YouTube will just censor everything they fucking say now. It's unbelievable the shit YouTube censors. You can't say fucking anything in the chat now. What's up, Dan W? YouTube sucks.
Because I don't like to paint myself in a corner about things that are not facts, only theory. Okay? That's where you've now, and I'm not going to even give you correct answers because that's on you. But Raquel Life, I want you to understand something. The fact that you don't know about vectors is the reason, my friend, why you believe density has anything to do with gravity. And that's the problem.
Vectors?
That's where I'm at. You stated something. You said you don't like to paint yourself in a corner about things that are not facts, only theory. Well, you are very steadfast in that corner about flat Earth, my friend. So you've kind of contradicted yourself. And again, I do it with no disrespect. I'm literally just showing you that the problem with your claim. So he says, this is the last response. Any W about vector, I want an answer because I would have to assume things. Okay, I don't really understand, but okay, I'll explain it to you. Buoyancy, its vectors up. You put a ball, beach ball in the water, doesn't matter how deep you go, if there's air in it, it holds, it shoots straight up. That's its vector, direction. The same way gravity, down to the center of the mass. We know this because, again, we classify these things the way or better yet, science classifies these things so that we can understand what's happening. They're not telling us, they're explaining to us how we can better understand what is the information that is given to us. And one of the ways to verify gravity is to use them to understand what a vector is, to understand what speed and acceleration is, to understand what a constant is, and understand how it works. Now, before you could ever change what gravity is, my friend, you need the things I just listed off are very elementary, very middle school type shit, I'm saying. You need to understand those things to the fullest to then change those. So for you to say that density and buoyancy, you're talking out your ass, my friend. Completely. And I just want to make sure you understand, you're talking out your ass when you talk about gravity is not real. And that's just gravity. We haven't delved into anything else yet. And I'm going to say this very clear. I'm wrong all the time. Sometimes I mix up what I'm trying to say. Sometimes
I just stop in the middle of a sentence and pause. And I never start talking again. And everyone's like, what the fuck? Did my stream shut off? But no, I just can't think of words in the middle of a sentence, and I just stop talking while I'm streaming.
All right, my bad, guys. Like I said, so let me see. Okay, so let me say blah blah blah. Kind of doing two other things, so my bad. Here we go. You are projecting onto me. I studied all of these things in college. Okay, fine. Grell, life. You said you didn't know, and therefore I your statement about I studied all this in college, you got to show me. Can you explain to me the difference?
What the fuck happened?
All right. Hopefully you guys hear me now, because I should be back up and running. Let me know you guys hear me in the chat.
Pro streamer, bro.
All right, my bad, guys. I do apologize on that. But I was coming back for some of Manny's militant BS. Okay, so let me get this going. So I'm going to get a hangout going, so that way I don't have to worry about that happening again. I'll just stay charged on that. We'll get back to what we're doing, because again, I got a lot to say, and I know we're fucking near done.
Yeah, you do. You have a lot to say.
Going seconds. Okay, there it is. Okay, so the hangout is coming up, Manny, and you will have your opportunity, my friend. Again, make sure you guys share this to everyone, because I want as many people as I can to hear what I got to say. You know how I do.
You know
Ricardo Life, I appreciate you sticking around. Manny, I'm pretty sure you left the second I came back in. Yeah, we're getting the hangout going right now, guys.
This fucking guy.
Let me
make sure to share. Yeah. I've got a lot to say. You know how I do.
All right, there we go. All right, so like I said, guys, let me make this clear. I'm not going to entertain BS regardless. All are welcome, but I'm not entertaining BS. I'm going to stop you. I'm going to mute you, and I'm going to make sure we stay on topic. I'm going to make sure we stay on point, and I'm going to make sure I get answers. Otherwise, I mean, realistically, the only real answer you're going to really be viable for is the reality that you don't understand. Let me go ahead and get this. Toady, I see you. I'm coming. Don't worry. I just got to get to the screen. What's up, Toady? You can hear me?
I can hear you, sure. Yeah, I think Blue and some others are coming in as well. I'm sure this will be...
No problem. I'm going to get you guys in right now. Give me 1/2 second so I can turn my volume up. I wasn't ready for that. I'm pretty sure no one can hear very much. Hang on, give me a second. Make sure my headphones... So, see, it's very... What's the word? Ridiculous.
Relative density disequilibrium, I think it's called, sure.
Well, the reality of it is
Corey, what you like is wrong.
If he wasn't willing to, because he said he went to college and studied this stuff, so if he does know how vectors work, and he says he doesn't know because he doesn't want to be put into a corner, then he's not trying to gain knowledge. He's trying to disprove science.
Is Rakia for Life Dave Rakia, or are they different people? Just so I know.
Same one. I just suck at saying names.
He's not trying to get smarter. He's trying to disprove intelligence.
Relative density is the equal measure of 1 square meter of water.
Clear, and I please
Jesus Christ.
I'm willing to make this bet
Does humanity get lower than these people?
of $1,000 right now. And here's the thing, I'm gonna make this such a lucrative bet, you can't deny it. You don't owe me shit, no matter what. I only owe you $1,000 if I have ever said the only thing that makes boats disappear from the bottom up is curve. Because I've also talked about how the atmosphere, I've also talked about swells, I've talked about waves, but my friend, when it comes to obstruction of boats, what we are observing on a repeated basis is curvature. Now, again, you've kind of jumped around a little bit, but that's fine. That's okay.
My friend,
that's fine.
Earth is curvature.
But my question is, if that is the case, and you did study physics, I want you to explain to me vectors. And until then, I don't even know if you're doing a disservice to yourself, or you just want people to know that you're full of it. Because you're either educated in denying,
Is that guy
or uneducated,
like I used to troll?
pretending you're educated and know what's going on. And I'm not saying that as a stab. I'm not saying that as a dig. I'm literally saying, pull your head out your fucking ass, stop playing pretend, and let's talk real science.
I guess with the boats also, Sean, it's the regularity of the fact that they're regularly obscured in a reliable, measurable, and predictable way by the curve of the Earth. Lots of other things do happen, and I don't think anyone says that they don't. They do. Other things happen, swells and waves and funny atmosphere and stuff. But really, it's the repeatability of the consistency of the curve that we notice. And that's what science is about, right? Repeatable, multiple observations.
Yep. And again, I would like to preface, any flat earther that would like to come on the panel, please join. Again, the whole disrespect thing, like, I still don't stand for that shit. I don't care for it, period. I don't give a fuck what you believe. But again, it's now to the point where I'm not going to entertain BS. I'm going to literally invite any flat earther that would like to come on to actually explain how something works. Opposite to what we know. Because again, gravity, curvature, I mean, all these things, not one flat earther has come out and said, here's the concrete evidence. And not one fucking person looked at it and went, oh shit, anomaly, we need to look into it.
Oh shit!
So there's a problem there just in itself. You had made a comment a minute ago. You said, what did you say exactly? You said, where is it? You said, and I quote, we both know, no, that wasn't the one. There it is. You said, but I definitely am able to measure things over 15 miles. Now, for one, how were you able to measure that 15 miles and know it's 15 miles for one, without any type of tools or science, because you don't deny it. It says, when my boat goes out of view every time at around 14 miles, is that because of curve? I don't know the size of your boat. I don't know where you are. You're just giving me just blanket stuff, boat. And you're kind of just jumping around again. But I'm used to it now. So again, I've kind of laid out what I'd like some answers to. Raquel, if you would like, literally we can do this in the chat. You don't have to come on here. I don't mind reading it. But again, like I'm going to say, I'm not going to entertain BS. I'm going to call it real quick, and I'm going to. My goal here basically is to make other people understand that, and again, when I say other people, this is to Globers, and trust me, I'm gonna get real personal with the Globers. Okay, right now is my flat Earth time. I got a lot to say to everybody.
Truth Army.
Everybody's got. I got something to say about. Don't worry.
Truth.
But
come on, Sean. Come on.
The realization is life until I have a substance to your claims, to your just your claims, really, beliefs. I can't take you seriously anymore.
He said one curious thing, Sean, that I think we ought to touch on just for a second. He said, I'm a captain and fly with my brother every week as co-pilot. Don't have my pilot's license yet. So here's a question. What do you call a guy sitting in the right front seat of an airplane that doesn't have a pilot's license?
Passenger, I think.
There you go.
Yep, passenger. So a co-pilot has to also have a pilot's license, yeah?
You're not the co-pilot, son. You're a passenger.
The co-pilot is still a pilot. The co-pilot's not a lot of good if you can't fly.
That's right.
Yeah, it's in the bloody name.
Yes,
it's co-pilot.
No, see, co-pilot.
Hey, Blue, I have a question actually to that. Say there is a pilot and a co-pilot. Doesn't the co-pilot actually usually fly?
Well, one person is designated as the pilot in command, whoever that may be. On commercial airplanes, large passenger-carrying airplanes, they swap it up. The pilot will fly one leg, the co-pilot will fly the next leg. They alternate.
So basically, he's just going out for a ride with his brother, is what he's doing, isn't he?
Yeah.
In a small plane. Wait.
If that's the case, I'm a co-pilot, because I've actually flown a plane. I mean, I didn't take off. I didn't land.
Me too.
I have no idea how long I flew or how far I flew. Matter of fact, I was 7.
You touched the stick.
No, it was a wheel. It was like a Batman. It was like a Batman wheel. It wasn't a stick.
Yeah, it's still called a stick.
Stop. Digital. It was a Batman wheel. It didn't turn like a car.
Yeah, but there's a stick that goes down to the floor that controls you.
It is that we were so away from the conversation that we were having that's kind of extremely. I will let everyone know, for a long time in the back, I used to have to talk this fucker down, hey dude, I get it, but you gotta breathe, dude. They're doing it on purpose. Is it their ego that's not gonna let them admit they don't know what the fuck they're talking about?
Every time
Barry will sit there and explain to you not only why what you're saying is wrong, but how it actually works and to the best of his ability. Anyone on Bro Sanchez's channel, myself included, because I was around that time, I know exactly how I can fucking, in an argument, I can trigger fucking Gary any day. Not trigger him, but I can frustrate him. Something. I was just feelings and shit. I actually try to.
You do learn, which I think isn't in the public.
Problem. I can show you.
Holy shit, dude. Dude, Sean took a two-week vacation. Did anyone notice? I didn't.
When it was Free Chan, like we were just like basically.
Oh Jesus.
Just
Reminiscing
kicking
about
ass
Free
and
Chan.
hosting, and that's like links to people, finding people to bring in that weren't too shitty, and then we started to be able to bring in, like, we had Political Hillbilly and Issa and Zern Music, and this whole, like, there's just seasons going on there, and What World D, and eventually we're on Issa and D were doing, like, for their sort of like talking about law, because they're tremendous at elucidating these principles that are very, very fishy and difficult to roost high in the rafters sometimes. So
I don't think Jin versus Snack was that good. I think it was mostly them just going yelling at each other, talking over each other, just calling each other idiots or whatever, repeating. I slept through a lot of it. I just wanted to record it in case they deleted it.
they're tough to bring down, and I think these guys do a good job.
I got the link to this panel now.
Like being able to explain it in a way that's like useful, and not just like rip it out of law books out.
Okay. You're roboting, by the way, huh? Hey, what?
I don't think I want to join the panel right now, though.
Okay,
yeah,
so
I most of the time.
my beef with Poncho is that he demands, or he makes demands, that if you care about the world, if you care, then you have to talk about the children. You have to, you have to call people out. You got to do this. You got to do that. And I'm like, and he's the police. I'm like, no, you're actually setting yourself up as the judge and the jury and the executioner and the torture, the tormentor, the warden and all that. So you're everything. So you're setting yourself up as a whole world of what's it, criminal justice,
It's like these truthers, they would replace the Illuminati just to become the Illuminati, pretty much, like Poncho here.
And so it just spirals from there. I can't begin to list all of the grievances. And so I felt he just allowed himself to fill up with hatred and pride, even though he's telling people they need to be humble. He himself is guilty of the crime that he's accusing everyone of. So it's like, sorry, I can't listen to it.
I think this is a defend.
I can.
Were they always like that?
I can.
Or did that? What about a thing that developed?
Yeah, it developed.
Did it develop that as a thing? It kind of like, I mean, like associate probably it being, on every day and.
So, say what?
Like like probably like all the pressure of it all, like the fear of being a targeted individual, and like this all that kind of stuff. I mean, owes your friends and owes your enemies, and all that kind of pressure. It probably built up on him and stuff like, and it's trying to be righteous, and it's kind of come of it. I think like there's a lot of stress kind of got to him in a way. I don't know. Sometimes he'd like kick off at people, and it'd be a bit.
I guess I just check here. And
I don't know, too much and stuff like.
Okay, sorry, Snack. What were you saying?
Ace King or some shit.
Oh no.
This is pretty sweet.
Like Poncho, I thought it was cool. Like I said, I a lot of pressure.
I love him as a human being. Yeah, I love him as a human being. I care that his flailing about seems to affect and hurt people close to him. I mean, I just
bang, nigga,
getting isolated. And I'm like, that could be me if I did all that. That could be me. So, as much as I don't want to, I do care. But I have to deal with the thought patterns.
Queens.
And what I observe is a diatribe of a person who's wanting something and he's not getting.
I watched a show about Patricia's back and trying to start a vegan community, but doesn't want anything to do with flat Earth, is what I heard.
Getting it, and I don't know that what he's wanting is actually good for him or for anyone else. It's too self-centered. It's too I'm the judge, and I can't feed into it. That's why I refuse to go where he demands that I must go. I'm like,
what do I have to search to find it?
You're not.
The vegan shit's really popular. So you could do like flat Earth, vegan, creationist, 9/11 truther, anti-vax, MGTOW, and so.
The boss of me. He says to people, "You're not the boss of me," right? And I say it right back to him. You're not the boss of me. Why are you telling me what to do? Why are you telling me what I must be because I don't agree with you? Who gave, like Esau always says, by what authority do you tell me what I must think or say? My message...
By the power of Grayskull.
It's not his job to do that. So he's basically saying he's like a messiah. I've been given this job. And I don't think so. You're one of us. How can you be our judge?
Is this been asked, or because
one of us?
A lot of stuff changed, didn't it? Like like in January when
he
stopped doing his daily stream and all that kind of thing, didn't it?
Right. I mean, again, no one denies that his piece of the puzzle is genius. It's amazing, right? What he found, but then he went off on this thing, and it's become just an ugly cadaver that he keeps dragging around and foisting. Everyone has to put up with the stink of this dead body that he keeps dragging around. I don't know.
That's an amazing analogy. Poncho Pete dragging a dead body around.
You don't like the smell of my cadaver? Oh, fie on you. I'll just, then you're not a real flat earther because you don't talk about stuff that matters. To me, again, it says what it matters to him. Therefore, it should matter to us. And I'm like, I'm not married to you. So I don't have to bend my will or my words to fit your narrative. I don't owe you anything. You don't owe me anything. I simply choose not to participate in your circus. I'm elsewhere. I'm fulfilling my purpose.
Fuck your clown show.
Please let me get about my business, right? Just let me get on with it. No, he wants to waylay me all the time. And if I just show up, and there he is, there he comes. I'm like, oh my God.
Patricia Steer. What the fuck?
So, it gets odd when you notice that someone is appearing on all the channels. How do they do that? When do they live? When do they breathe? When do they rest? Do they ever stop obsessing? Why? What is your purpose? And who is your master, as the bear would say?
Oh man, I should go talk to Constance.
Yeah, I do. I listen to a lot of people, and I told Pete Shea right in public, I listened to you, I took what I needed, and I discarded what did not fit.
Nice.
And that's all I'm going to say, Pete. I have nothing else to say to you. I forgive you, but I don't enjoy being around you because of your the bile that comes out of your mouth. So
fuck.
everything kind of went crazy. But so it's kind of like, you know, on that kind of like, it's, I mean, I've seen him loads of times on panel and stuff like that, but when you're speaking to somebody face to face, voice to voice either, it's different than listening to somebody, because you're involved in conversation. It's completely different to listening to panels. And so I don't know, it's a different experience. And
yeah, and I prefer
actually
one-on-one
in a conversation and stuff.
Yeah, it's just like the activism.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
I like that human connection. I don't want to put content out as in just me going on and on about something. And I'm not knocking anybody. That people have their purpose. Mine is talk. You know, I want to talk one-on-one. And that's how I've been doing it. It's what has resulted for me. It's what I'm good at. Let's put it that way. And it's my gift, and that's it. I can't be Poncho Pete. I don't want to be Poncho Pete. I want to be me. I want to be the best me that I can be.
Do you think that when Poncho, it seems like he needs people to believe the same things he believes, and if you don't, doesn't that
therefore you shill.
Well, doesn't that just show he's insecure? Because, like, why should it matter what other people believe? Like, if you believe it, then that's all you need. You don't need other people to. Yeah. And it's, I think it's good that other people believe different things. Like, it'd be boring if we all just agreed all the time.
God, it would be awful, because we just be cookie cutters. You know, cookie cut humans. And I believe in the beauty of the tapestry. I don't want boring sameness. I want it the way it is. I want it the way it was created and meant to be. And to oppose that is just a waste of energy, because we all are going to find the glorious side of humanity eventually. I hope so. I don't want it to descend into stupid battles over who's greater than whom and who's right and who's wrong. I really, they're missing the point is my point. They're totally missing it.
I saw, like, Poncho one time, he freaked out on someone on his panel because they didn't agree that Stonehenge was a hoax or something like that. It's like,
right.
What the hell?
Oh my
Who
God,
cares?
That was epic. But, like, he keeps talking about Jesus and the Spirit and all this other stuff, and he's anointed somehow. And I'm like, you sound just like those goddamn televangelists. And, dude, if you could hear yourself talking, you'd understand why people are just not, they're just not there anymore, because you went off on this Messiah thing. And it's not about religion. It's just, it boils down to being something or pushing yourself as something that you are not, and then demanding that everyone else go by your standard. And I just absolutely rebel against that. It finds no place in me. That's inhumane.
Remember yesterday we were talking about, like, how like, as roles in Flat Earth have got, like, there's the Flat Earth side of it, but then there's the Enlightenment path of it. And it's kind of like everyone's going through it in a sense. So it's like, that's kind of like Poncho's journey in a way. He's learning something as he's going along. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, it served quite a good purpose in Flat Earth. You know what I mean? I don't know, it could happen in there and stuff like that kind of thing. And but things did get, like, pressureful, I suppose, and stuff like that. And the tranny videos influenced them a bit too much, I kind of think. Well, obviously, but I don't know. Things changed and stuff, didn't they? And maybe he's served his purpose in Flat Earth. Maybe he'll come back. You know what I mean? Maybe he'll learn from all his mistakes, or maybe he'll and grow from that. And if because I like him, as a person, like you say, and stuff like that. And I know that people can make mistakes and stuff, but people can grow and learn as well. I don't think people always stay the same. People can choose to stay the same, but
every day we're growing or changing more. Yeah, little by little.
Yeah. And every time like somebody raises a point about somebody else, it is something, because it's like there's something that something needs to learn as well, as long as like it's not like a mindless point and stuff like that kind of thing. But it's like we're pointing out where room for growth is and stuff like that. That's how I take things, I mean, instead of like taking offense to things and stuff like that sometimes and stuff like because it's difficult to express them things sometimes. Some people might express it in an aggressive way because they don't know how else to express it. You know what I mean? Because normally you just talk normally, won't you? But I don't know. I'm going deep into things on it, but
well said.
But, that's it, like the enlightenment growth and stuff like I said, it seems to be part of the movement and stuff, because it seems to be involved so many people's, others presenting and stuff like that. Like where I don't know, drama seems to get caught up in things and stuff.
Yeah, it's sad to me that it's one thing for people to actually be pushing untruth as if it were truth, and those can be called out. They just need to be corrected in public with the truth. I mean, all you can do is keep presenting the actual truth, and who gets to decide what that is. I don't know. I just think Pete needs more information of the good kind. 'Cause I know who I am. I just think he's badly informed about who he thinks I am. And when
I don't know much about that kind of thing. Like, did you spend a lot of time on his streams and stuff?
No, I spent maybe one day listening to him. He had the whole 24. It was almost like it was going 24 hours. It was.
Hello, this is Rose Nyland. Back to Dose of Reality. Obviously, by the show title, somebody call it 9-7.
They were not ever that close, ever.
It's all fucked up down there, dude. And
it really is. Y'all's show is great, and I'm glad to see Karen pop in because she.
There's no content yet. Weird. Shit. Hey, Skyfly, bro. I think I might go. Oops. I don't want to do that. I think I might go take a nap.